Good evening, YouTube and Twitch. How's it going tonight? I'm Paul, and I'm a Reformed Nerd. Thank you kindly. Today I'm picking up with a new game, 60 Seconds. I've played a little bit of this off and on for a few months. Sorry, still got some stuff going on there. Oh, hey, Big Red. Always good to see you. I actually took the last couple of days off from streaming, so it may have been actually my fault rather than YouTube's fault. There we go. Yeah, one of my devoice. It's game over, man. Okay, so apologies. I think I got everything the way I like it. But yes, this is 60 Seconds. 60 Seconds is pretty basic. You obviously start off in a bomb shelter, which I thought went perfectly well with my Tropical playthrough a couple of days ago, just because Tropico got the nukes and basically dismissed all of the capitalists and made no friends with the Western powers. And then when they got the nuclear power, obviously things go poorly. Alright, so I haven't booted this game up in months. So I forget how I think Apocalypse is a standard gameplay. Batman, normal. Okay, I think that's what I need. Alright, so if you have never played 60 Seconds, it breaks down extraordinarily simple. You have literally 60 seconds to run around your house, hopefully get enough supplies that you don't die, get a couple of free seconds to look around first before things go really to shit. There we go. Alright, so food obviously is horribly important, so let's get the food. Oh, wait, where? Yeah, radio is important. So where the hell's my shelter? I forgot to look. Oh yeah, at the end of the hallway. Okay, there we go. So food is important. Water is important. Of course, food in this case boils down to specifically soup. Soup is all you really need to survive anyway. I am definitely light on water, so get some water, Alright, and I should probably try to save at least one member of my family, but I don't have enough room in my hands. Alright, get the water. Family is important. Okay, come on, let's get some family. Alright, got the family. And one more water. No, the gas mask is good. Gas mask is good. Alright, come on. Alright. I don't think I got enough good. But, alright. Let's see what's waiting for me inside. That's actually a shockingly stressful 60 seconds. Alright, ooh, I got a nice chunk of soup. Water is a little bit light, but I did get the gas mask and the radio. Sadly, both of my children didn't make it. I usually like to have at least 3 people. Usually. For the 5 times I played this a few months ago. I used to have, like to have at least 3 people. 4 is hard. I tried 4 because I'd go and say my family first, but then I realized that, you know, human beings like food and water. And having enough food and water for 4 people is a little bit harder than for 3 people. So, economically speaking, family is not worth it. Alright, so day 1. Alright, just the 2 of us. There wasn't enough time to get the kids, but surely this is just a drill. They're okay, right? I vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter, so I did get +1 the soup. Our shelves are full of cans. Plenty of water. Okay, good. So even the game's recognizing that I actually did do a pretty good job. Wow, soup +4. That's nice. And water is full as well. Okay. I think they can go without food and drink for a second here. Hey, that's a very good point, Slick. As long as I got the wife and the husband, everything else works out. Of course, we do play this game in sake of days, so I'm not sure if I'm going to actually make it 9 months in the shelter here. Alright, occasional argument or two. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope this won't last long. Well, I don't know what the wife could possibly want to fight about. You know, the fact that maybe I just left the kids upstairs for the nuclear explosion. That's just, you know, minor pettiness. Alright, day 2. We stopped arguing. Hey, that's better than I can do with my family most of the time. Dolores is doing quite well. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Fantastic. Since I only have 2 people, I might as well go on ahead and just adapt a every other day approach to feeding and watering my wife. Giving my wife Alright, there's probably not a good way to say that, so I'm just going to skip it. But yes, obviously we're going to decide to go out. I did manage to get the gas mask, which helps. I really miss the life we had, the space, the sky, the food, the more food. We wish we could go back to a time before this damn bomb dropped. I want cake. Well, don't we all? Yeah, that El Presidente, you can never trust him, can you? Okay, so the Geiger counter is still going off. I think that means that, yes, things are a little radioactive up there. Okay, they ate yesterday, so I'll go ahead and skip today. And Dolores is going to head out. I'm going to give her the gas mask. At least you're not going to have Vault Tech employees running experiments on you. That's very true, Big Red. Can never trust those damn Vault Tech people. And I have a feeling that that chat indicator is probably a little bit too small on my stream. Because I did finally fix it, but I think I shrunk it down a little bit too much. Let me just enlarge that real quick and see what that looks like as soon as my stream catches up on me here. I'm just going to keep talking, keep talking. Alright. Up there it goes. It's still small, but frankly, I think that's okay. Cool. Vault-Tec and Tropico is up to something. Yes, El Presidente was the VIP of the Vault-Tec last month. They finally created the disaster they needed to get their experiments running. So off goes the wife. So obviously it's nice and quiet in the vault now, so that's fantastic. She took the gas mask, no new problems or troubling Ted this fine morning. Well, of course not, the wife is outside. So that is good. Wife's gone, so hey, yeah, splurge. Go on ahead, get that soup. There's been some radio chatter about airdrops from the military. It's about time. Oh, of course. So I send her off without the gas mask and... Alright. That sucks. I don't like that. Alright, day 5. It was dangerous to go out there without any protection, so we decided to stay in store and listen to the radio. The static is so relaxing. If Ted doesn't drink something, he won't last long. Well, fine. I did give you the food, but not the water. I try to make that stuff last as much as I can, but sadly, if you do that to too far an extent, they all die. The radio bar has been silent for the past few hours. We need news. We need our music. We agree on that. And if it's refusing to cooperate, we need to meddle with it until it works. Well, I mean, I've got the radios, so might as well go on ahead and turn it on. And I don't know. I don't like how we're already using the terms "we" when Ted is the only one in the vault. So I might agree with you, Slick. He might already be going insane. Oh crap. I broke the radio. Well, that didn't go so well. We broke the damn thing. Technology changes so fast these days, it's hard to keep up. Who needs a radio anyway? I needed the radio. I absolutely needed the radio. Okay, so I've really got nothing that's going to lead me to a win condition right now. This might be a short level. It's tough. Surviving these, we might end up dead in such a wasteland ditch. That's not something we are looking forward to. Okay, fantastic. Is the wife going to come back with a brand new radio, maybe? Or a map? Or anything good? It's easy to feel a bit down about living on ground. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring our cheerfulness into our lives. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. Well, you know, I've got 99 problems, but a wife in my bunker is not one of them. So, he drank yesterday, I think it was, so he probably needs food today. Hear that? No, because no one is talking. No, not a word for hours, none at all. We can't just stare at the walls. We need to do something about this. Well, it'd be nice if I had a radio. Yeah, absolutely, game. I agree with you. A radio would be a wonderful idea right now. Okay. Hey, the wife is back. Good, good. That's good. And she didn't make it back safely with the gas mask, which is good. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear our neighbors in their shelter. Atomic wastelands are hostile, but there are some creatures that survive everything you throw at them, even nuclear bombs. One of them was a monkey who seemed like it's been through a lot, and yet it was very lively and more than happy to accompany us on our expedition. Oh, that's new. I haven't seen that one. While we explored one of the streets, our monkey companion ran away only to come back moments later carrying a can of food. It couldn't open it himself, but was happy to share it with us. At the one point during our expedition, the monkey started making weird sounds and digging in front of us with a stick. A quick investigation revealed a few new bottles of water. No one tried to open them. The same couldn't be said about those bottles of booze lying next to him. Perfect. The monkey took us just outside the town to what happened. Hey! Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Medkit! Medkit! Hell yeah, medkit! It contains some medical supplies. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores is really tired. Ted is really thirsty. Ted is really tired. Why are you also... I mean, Dolores, I kind of get why you're tired. Sorry. Ted is thirsty and Dolores is hungry. Okay, so if you're not going to complain about not being thirsty, Dolores, I won't give you water then. Fair enough. Okay, Ted is too... Alright, yeah, this is one having 3 people is a good thing. So, darn. It's high time we stop wondering about what's going on. Let's turn on the radio. Hey, hey, great idea. Let's do... Oh, wait. And they say you can't do reading in video games. Well, if you bothered to watch that Beholder playthrough I tried, then yeah. Me reading too much is not a good sign for the ability to do a live stream. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Dolores is hungry. Ted is not complaining today, at least not very much. Alright, so Dolores is hungry. And I don't think Yeah, Ted was thirsty. Dolores is hungry. So she hasn't had any water yet either. So I'm going to go ahead and splurge and just give her a little bit of water because I'm feeling nice. And still everyone is too weak. So that's another lost opportunity to go out and explore. And obviously there is no soup farming inside the bunker. So if I'm not going out to find stuff, I'm just eating through my supplies. Far from normal. We might have Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted seems to be doing all right, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Okay, that's nice. So, wait, it was Dolores is hungry. Yeah, Dolores is hungry. And yeah, it's probably more than I can afford, to be honest, but I'm going to go ahead and give that to him in hopes that someone gets well enough that they can go outside tomorrow. Hey, everything is shaky. Oh. I got excited because I saw that there was something I could actually successfully click. But it's to what to save, not a solution to a problem. So everything's shaking, blah, blah, blah. It would be perfectly normal. Either way, we need to grab something before everything gets smashed to pieces. Well, my options are pretty limited, therefore very easy. Let's go with that one. Let's save the gas mask. Day 11, and still looks like no one's really willing to go outside. We got the gas mask in time. Everything else is smashed. The nuke recently, you know, Dolores would really love to eat something. Come on, Dolores, you've eaten every day. Aren't you strong enough to go outside yet? Alright. And yeah, I'll even give you water, Ted. Someone please be ready to go outside tomorrow. It would be fantastic. We found some weird mushrooms going off. The food shortage is no laughing matter. Well, you know, I got plenty of soup. I'm not sure if I should roll the dice with the mushrooms. So I'll not bother with the magical mushrooms. I'm sure the wife is very happy with being sent out to do expeditions while you sit on the chair staring at the wall. Well, you know, I'm sure she doesn't mind. I mean, someone needs to go outside. I obviously couldn't be bothered saving our children, so yeah, that means her. Wall fungus is not something we're gonna eat. Fantastic. If there was anything to report about Dolores, hey, so Dolores doesn't seem to be so hungry anymore. Is that right? I'm gonna give her a full supply because it doesn't look like. Yeah, she's still too exhausted. Come on. Everything would be fine if it wasn't for Dolores. She doesn't seem well. She used to be so energetic and happy. Now she just sits there and sulks. We should do something about it. Poison her or give her a magazine. Well, both are tantalizing options, but I'm hoping I can send her outside. Okay, phone is ringing. Times are hard. There's still very little we can do. If there's anything to report, Ted is doing all right, even though the world... Okay, so everyone's doing fine. Is Dolores able to go outside? Oh, well, for the... So I can't even notice that until I decide what to do here. Alright, I'm gonna feed Dolores again, because hopefully she will be willing to go outside if I keep giving her food. But yeah, of course, there is a phone call, so sure, let's send out Dolores, because she's the only one that does anything. It's much like my household, to be honest. Alright, Dolores, if you can't go outside today, I'm gonna probably be angry. Alright, so this is the people from the town next door. We're glad to see Dolores come back. Is there... If there's anything to report, all Ted wishes for a few drops of water. Okay, yeah, fine. I've been not really taking care of Ted as much, hoping that I can get Dolores. Dolores is still Alright. At this point, I'm just going to keep feeding them in hopes that something changes. If there's anyone who can rescue us from the hell situation, it's our government. Well, you know, it'd be great if I could know what the government was trying to tell me. Okay. So I'm just going to keep giving them food until I'm out of food or someone can freaking go outside. I don't care which one. Okay, there's the radio. Okay, perfect. Dolores is quite well. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to feed everybody because they're either going to get well enough to go outside or I'm starting this over with a more cooperative family. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we're can't help thinking about what we can make off of this terrible situation. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, Big Red, they are definitely a little bit too picky to survive an apocalypse. I totally agree with you on that. Let's just leave all those questions for now. Today was relatively calm. There's nothing new to report for Ted. Okay, yep, everyone's eating because we are going to starve faster until anyone is willing to go outside. We might be safe inside the walls, but there are other problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible, otherwise we may end up falling asleep in the face of real danger. Screw it. Yeah, let's use the medical kit because, Unless someone can get a good night's rest. Ooh, Dolores is looking pretty good today. Dolores has rested, finally. Okay, I guess all of those sleeping pills we kept in the med kit finally kicked in. And both Ted and Dolores have rested. Perfect. Well, I'll go ahead and feed Dolores because I don't want her to complain that she is too dehydrated to go outside tomorrow. The sleazy-looking trader, carrying an equally scuffy bag on his shoulder, paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal for just one can of soup. We'll get the bag and all its contents. Let's go on ahead and go for it. I forget what's in the bag. Is that the cat? Yeah, okay, it's the cat. Wow, I remembered that. Wow, good on me. Alright, so as soon as the door closed, the bag started violently shaking, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, blah blah blah. Yes, Sharikov, yep. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted is fine. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and feed Ted just to make sure he stays rested and well. Dolores is gonna go out. I think enough time has passed. I'm not too worried about the gas mask, so I'm gonna go ahead and send her as is. I wonder how your El Presidente is surviving the apocalypse right now. Well, you know, we can't be too sure El Presidente got nuked. He might have been able to get off enough in one go that he made it through without much trouble at all. Who knows? Alright, so we get the wife out of the house, which is probably going to make Ted's day. And at least now he has a cat to talk to. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back. There's nothing going on with Ted. Perfect. So he ate yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and let him skip. A rat. Rats are usually smaller than cats. And what's with a double tail? We can't let that thing get out to our supplies. Well, yeah, don't got any of that stuff, so let's see how much supplies they make off with. Minus one can. Yeah, soup. Still got the box, but soup is starting to tick down a little bit. The beast of a rodent won. It won and stole our food. Can or nor can. At least we have each other, right? Me and the cat, I'm assuming the game is talking about. We're just worried it will come back to finish what it started. Ted is fine. So he didn't eat yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and let him eat today. We really miss the life we had. The sky, the food, more food. Okay, fantastic. Onward. So the wife's still not back. It's been like 3 days, I think. Memories or not, we try to keep our heads clear and get a grip of reality. This morning we has been calm enough. Ted is doing well. Fantastic. Okay, good to hear. Time to ration supplies. I don't think I had Ted eat yesterday, so sure, I'll let him do it today. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in. Once again, it would be nice if I had a radio. More trouble. Our hope is that if our brave soldiers could come and rescue us. Well, if they are, I have no idea where or when to be there because I've got no radio. But the wife is back and she brought a gun. Well, a little bit too late. The rats have already made off with their supplies, but it's good to have a gun. If there is one thing we need to do, it's to use radio for a regular basis. Well, yeah, that would be great if I had a radio. It's either that or it's strolling around outside, waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. We're glad to see Dolores come back from the safe. Oh no! Wait, no, hey, she got a radio too. Oh, I'm ready to renew my vows, girl. You're helping me. Government is dropping supplies for survivors in the area. They are marked by smoke flares and can easily be seen, but most of them are barely reachable despite the fact a lot of them were already ransacked by scavengers. One of the food drops broke in midair and now it's raining soup. Lucky for us, a few can survive the fall. Some crates were filled with weird stuff. Why did they drop a crate full of rubber ducks? At least one of the smaller crates had a few water bottles in it. Perfect. A bunch of folks were having a gunfight over several crates of dropped supplies. One group emerged victorious and chased off their opponents. One of the guns from the fight was left behind. Very good. Our neighbors from another shelter gave us a radio. They said they found it in one of the dropped crates, but they already had a working radio. Well, aren't they smart to plan ahead and have a second radio to give me? Thank you, game. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores is really tired. Ted is fine. Well, Dolores, you have earned your keep today. I really don't like to head out with Ted. That seems dangerous. But I'm going to go ahead and send him out because I've already missed so much opportunities. But we can't help but wonder how much of a self-made cat it is. Just so happens we found an address on the collar. It's unlikely that the owner is still alive. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the cat out and see what we find at that address. If it comes down to it, I hate to say, but that cat is on the menu. Well, not anymore, it's not. Well, we grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth. Apparently it belongs to their dear old man who lived nearby, who loves it dearly, but could utterly a word. They took Sharikov, thanked us, and left. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is not complaining much. Fantastic. So yeah, let's get Dolores back up to par so that she is ready to go outside. Ted? Should I equip you with the gun? It might increase the chances of you making it back here alive. But that is not guaranteed. To heck with it, let's go on ahead and send him out with the darn gun. And hopefully Dolores can get back up to par so that she can go the next time, assuming Ted makes it back to alive, of course. She's still... Is she still hungry? Yeah, she's still hungry. So, yeah, I'll let her eat. Open in the name of freedom, came the shot from the other side. We weren't sure who was representing our freedom, but we could hear a group of people probably armed. Anyone who introduces himself like that is probably planning to kill someone. Oh, boy. Having the gun here probably would have been a good thing. I don't know if I've done this one, but yeah, let's open the door and see what's going on. Hey, the cat's back. We regretted to open the door the minute we saw who was standing on the other side. Dark faces, rifles, and determined looked and band of teenagers. We were doomed. Then, out of the blue, one of them asked if we were with the Reds, the Tropicans. We've never supported the Red Sox, so we confidently said that we weren't. The tensions dropped immediately, and those young people gave us 2 bottles of water. Oh, hey, cool. They also told us to have no fear since Wolverines are around. We're not sure Wolverines have to do with this, but we took their word for it. To our surprise, we found Sharikov back in her shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure or why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, or our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. So she's only tired, but I don't want her to get dehydrated, so sure, I'll give her a little bit of water. That doesn't seem to be doing any harm. Maybe the cat is the origin of where the death claw came from. I don't know. Is there any canon origin of the death claw? I do not know that. Yeah, sure. Let's say it's cats. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what we can make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or will we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? I used to live in Toronto, and I take that a little personally. Toronto's a nice city. Alright, still Ted's not back, and that's a little concerning. Our relocation is probably our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Dolores is fine as well, as much as anyone who can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Are you still tired, Dolores? Alright, I'm gonna let you eat. After Dolores returned from the last expedition, she was complaining about minor foot injury. Oh, come on. Well, you know what? In that case, you're not gonna eat Dolores. Or maybe her left foot, one of them anyway. It seemed irrelevant at the time, but yeah, okay. So Dolores is on her way out. Because I've already used my med kit, so unless Ted comes back with one, it's not looking good. Dolores is ill and fatigued. After all, ancestors could survive without all that fancy medicine. Okay. Would be nice to give you a medical supply, certainly. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Sheriko found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on our table. Topped off with a big meowing fur ball. What is that thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being here before. The cat might get angry if we take away its wire, so maybe the best thing to do is leave it, or should we examine that wire? Let's go ahead and figure out where that wire came from, sure. Hey, Ted made it back! Good, good. Let's hope... Hey, and he brought the gun. Good on you. And he found a flashlight. Hey, alright. My thing is starting to get equipped a little bit here. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned-out truck with two surprised gentlemen surrounding by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some tech right there, where they're trying to listen to us in our very own shelter. Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows... Well, Timmy doesn't know anything right now. You can't have picnics here, and the car had no wheels. Ted has safely returned from his voyage with the gun. Our expedition reached a church which was still standing. Most of it was intact, and some people decided to turn it into a shelter. As we found out, there was more than that. We weren't sure what religion they followed, but they were very eager to convince us that tomatoes are the source of all evil and eggplants are the only hope for salvation. Cultists decided they won't be needing any holy water. We did a bit of miracle work and turned in empty wine bottles into quite full water bottles. Perfect. One of the beds in the surviving church quarters was filled with quite a few treasures, namely a flashlight and a collection of books about evolution. We took the flashlight. Water is all Dolores wants. Ted looks very weak. He doesn't eat today. It might really end badly. Ted is tired. Well, sadly, we weren't able to find any medical equipment. I hope you have good insurance to cover the burial of your kids and the house you lost. Well, I sure do hope so as well. And more than likely the wife as well. We were paid a visit today by a young man worried about his twin sister who went missing in the bandit camp. The new bandit fortress. He seemed to trust us fully, very friendly. He asked if we could come and aid in his hour of need, and really good thing might happen to us if we manage to succeed. Well, I'm gonna send the sick wife who is more or less missing a foot, because she might as well do one last useful thing before it's too late. So let's say what the wife was able to manage to do out there. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed and really friendly. We found that the girl threw her weapon and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also confused. Turns out the bandit leader is actually their father. It's a crazy small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. We're glad Dolores came back safely from the wasteland. Well, at least she probably was in any worse condition than she was when she went out there the first time. So, yeah, I'll take that as a bonus. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Well, there's a reason for that, Dolores. Can we think together and figure out what that reason might be? It could be a fun thought exercise. Ted is hungry. Yes, well, we can't have Ted hungry, so... Dolores is confident she can survive outside. Really? Hungry, sick, and fatigued. You are really sure you can survive outside, Dolores? I mean, if you think so. The agents are back, so let's go ahead and listen to what they've got to say. They were agents, real-life secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. They weren't listening in on us, so it's a cat that they're interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid them with some of their top-secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promise to extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Well, that would be good, because I finally have a radio again, but the military doesn't seem to be active on that damn thing anymore. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is pretty fatigued. Well, that's fine. I'm still taking care of Ted. And Dolores, yeah, isn't she a brave one? She's willing to go back outside. So off she goes. We'll see if she manages to come back. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see. Dolores probably planning to die out there so she doesn't have to take any more of your Ted's bullshit. There's a fair chance of that, Slick. That is absolutely true. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back. Gotta keep Ted healthy, so going ahead and eat. We opened the bunker door this morning to let some fresh radioactive air in. Okay. We discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was a note on it, and there's a neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take it? Sure. What was in that? I would really like to know. It was an innocent-looking bottle of water, so we took a sip. We thought we got lucky, but it was a lie. Either the water was irradiated or some... Ted got sick. Alright, we're just gonna let you keep eating. What in the hell are those sounds? Are they coming for the goddamn walls? They are driving us crazy. There's something crawling in the air vents. Relax, we should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Okay. Dolores, come back with a first aid kit would be fantastic. Oh boy, Ted's not looking too good. Haha, we can live with them noises, right? We can even be friends. Boredom can really get to you. It can lead you to a dark place. Trust me, Ted has gone crazy. Ah, boy. Well, yeah, let's just keep on eating. Sherikov considers our shelter its home now. We might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet, and Sherikov could hopefully be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to touch the cat should lead to our untimely deaths. Should we try to play with him? You know what? Let's just end the misery. Let's play with the cat. If the wife knew you were going to use her as a slave like this, she would have left and took the kids a long time ago. What kids? We don't have to worry about that anymore, Big Red. This wasn't our best idea, but at least it didn't end in a complete disaster. While chasing the cat around the shelter, we found a forgotten can of soup. Hey, nice. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Yeah, he looks okay. Ted, you're looking quite fine. Yes, absolutely. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they have the same rights as in the shelters. We all do. Okay, well, no poison, no medical kits, and no Boy Scout magazines. So, yeah, the spiders absolutely have rights. Hey, Dolores, and she brought back a medal. Slow clap for Dolores. Oh, baby, I love you. You are a true Wonder Woman. While we were asleep, Sherikov made short work of those pesky spiders and chased them around until all of them ran away through the cracks in the shelter's wall. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from her wasteland. We believe our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. After a bit of scouting, we arrived to the city hall. Half of it was still standing, while the other half turned out to be a gaping hole in the ground. We went into the ruins, hoping they would find something useful. One of the surviving rooms is a small maintenance closet. The only thing inside was a bucket full of water and a mop standing in it. We managed to fill some bottles with the contents of that bucket, but it looked a bit funny. We just hope it doesn't taste of soup or something worse. We found the mayor sitting in the office on the top floor. He had a fully stocked first aid kit on his desk. Apparently he was a bit of a health freak. All the medication seemed to be nothing for him, to have done nothing for him now. Now he looks rather burnt with a hint of crispy and skeletal. Oh, crispy and skeletal. Haha. Dolores should really love to eat something. Dolores is really tired. I'm sure you are, darling. But you are not my top concern right now. Hey, something I can do with the radio. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish station, it'll be our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but it probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. Or a Tropican. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly. We're sure Uncle Sam's coming to get us. Well, except that one time when never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any signs from them. So yes, let's turn on the radio and see what happens. And Ted, are you feeling a little bit better today, buddy? Still insane, but at least you're healthy. We knew that the government has not fallen. They're coming to save us. They didn't give us their exact dates in their radio transmission, but they're sure they won't keep us long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days. Dolores has barely any strength left yet. If she doesn't eat tonight, she won't last until morning. Well, we'll see if that's real or not. Ted has recovered from his sickness. I don't know if eating and drinking well does much in terms of insanity, but I'm going to keep him fed in hopes that that works out. I hope she doesn't expect the med kit she almost died getting is going to be used on her, because it's obviously going to be used on you like the good husband you are. You're absolutely right, Big Red. I'm glad that you see the logic and the soundness of my management theory here. Alright, using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in our next top-secret mission. This will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on a successful expedition and write down what we saw in the journal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Who should go outside? I wonder. Dolores, you feeling up for it? They said they weren't going to last until morning, but I don't see any corpses right now. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised us that they will send us information soon. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back safe and sound. That's questionable. Ted said there's no need to worry about him. He is okay. Come on, let's keep you well fed in hopes that your brain comes back to you. We were about to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when we heard some knocking on the door. It seems to be a trader who's very interested in ammunition. How about that? Well, I'm sorry, I've got none of that. Day 38, and I'm still insane. We could tell the stranger was disappointed, but there was none of our business. Every time we got used to it. Perfect. Ted's mental health worries us all, but we don't know how to help him. Yes, that's exactly the problem. I do not know how to help him. We weren't happy to open the door today to see some friendly faces. The siblings are asking for help yet again. They decided that a small tent is not fit to house their group anymore and decided to start building a small camp. They could use anything and anybody they could get, mainly for constructing houses. And I have no axe, so I cannot help them. So sorry, kids. Good luck. Oh, Dolores made it back and died instantly? Is that what happened? Dolores bravely faced hunger, however, eating is a habit that is hard to shake off. She couldn't take it anymore. We wish we had an axe. Its wood chopping qualities are great useful, but it's even better as a deadly weapon against bandits. Either way, we obviously can't help our friends today. The recon mission was risky business. We had to visit the neighborhoods that were dicey. Even at the best of times, the area was full of mutated cats and dogs. Fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Ted keeps behaving really oddly. Seems he's been busy fighting his inner demons most of the time. Well, I'm going to keep you fed in hopes that that helps. Ted is obviously in no condition to go outside. That's right. The cat has been staring intently at our supplies all day. Its eyes are piercing. You can practically feel the tension rising in our shelter, as well as a sense of danger. This must be how cats communicate that it's time to eat. You know what? Let's just kind of get this over a little bit faster. Let's feed the cat. I feel like your wife was secretly a doomsday prepper, because how the hell is she still alive even though you could say she is not in the best of conditions? Well, you know, she went out there for that one last mission, and she came back and made the agents happy, and you know, she deserves a proper burial. So if we make it through, I'll make sure that she gets a proper burial, because that's as much of a caring husband as I can admit to be. Little devil utterly devoured the whole can in less than 60 seconds and then left nothing behind, not even a drop. After that, it took a long, peaceful nap. At least it won't bother us for a while now. Ted tries to hide it, but he's obviously had his own issues. He often has a lengthy conversation with his sock puppet. Hey, goodness. All right, we'll keep him fed. Oh dear, just remember our planned trip to the south. It was in 2 months. If it's still there, we're going right. We're pretty sure that they won't bomb warm places. Okay. So I think I'm probably going to just try to go through quickly on this. Oh dear, he's not looking all that well. Something new happened. Ted is always hard our gold. That's why we weren't really shocked to find him feeding our supplies to some disgusting fat cockroach. Both Ted and the bug seemed really happy, so we didn't manage to stay mad for long. Although when Ted started sharing jokes and life stories of the cockroach, we became a little suspicious. Ted seems to be losing it. Either we do something on this bunker, or we'll drive him completely sane, where Ted has rested. Well, I'm glad Ted has rested, and he is willing to go outside. So, sure, let's go on ahead. As we were about to start our book club discussion, the only book we've all read, the phone book, were interrupted by rapid knocking on the door. We found out it was a group of refugees who survived the blast. They were doing worse than us and begged us to provide us something. But I have more water than I do soup, so I'm going to go ahead and let them take a water. Oh, my bad. I somehow didn't realize your wife's rotting corpse in the corner. But hey, she made it back from the expedition, so you know what? She served her purpose well. I'm proud of her. Alright, we've never seen anybody get so touched by a simplest gift. A minute later, these poor people were hugging us like they were no tomorrow, quite possibly, actually, and thanking us with a gesture. They were eager to repay us, and one of their group offered us a map to the local area. Hey, good. They claimed it would help them get there, and it brought luck upon whoever used it. We promised to give it a try and wish them a safe journey. Ted isn't feeling so well. Could have been something to do with that cat hair littering the shelter. Some pills would be a good idea. Ted became infected with something. Ted is no longer crazy. Fantastic. So Ted is no longer crazy. Just in time for him to get sick. But he's still willing to go outside. You know what? I'm going to send him with the map as well. I'm not sure if the map actually triggers anything in the outside world, but I'm going to go for it and hope for the best, because if he doesn't find some pills, it'll be the end, yes. Oh, wait. Does someone have to be in the shelter at all times? I'm not sure. We don't remember leaving a collection of skulls hanging in the remains of wet plants, but it didn't seem to be suspicious. We got a bit worried when someone started shooting at us. We raised something is profoundly wrong when a band of half-naked, crazed raiders jumped out of the ruins and chased us away. Tough luck. We survived for 47 days. So our shelter got raided was the last thing. And there's no one there to defend it, so I lost. Okay, fantastic. Well, that was fun. You were driven away. 7 out of 8 successful expeditions. 16 items brought from the surface. You know, that's not too bad. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. Begin the adventure. Alright, so I got enough supplies last time. I just didn't get enough people. So let's see if I can do a little bit better this time. Oh, you know, I'll go ahead and take the suitcase, sure. And the radio's right here as well. And playing cards, and ooh. So basically all of the quality of life things are right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and grab all of those first. Come on. Oh, it's two-handed for that one? Sorry, forgot about that. Okay. Fire axe, yes. There's a... Oh, I don't like her. But the gun is here, so let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. Okay. So now I really need to get some food and some water. Let's come and get as much of that as we can. Perfect. We got some of that. Get that in there. I need more water, definitely, and more food. And hey, you know, let's go with the wife. We had a good time with it last time. Alright. Off we go. Soup. Water. Yes, water. Okay. And you get stuck on the bed. What, I don't, a chess board game? Sure. Should I risk it? Oh, and medical supplies. Get that. No. Go, go. Well, I got a lot more stuff, but I'm not sure if I got enough food and things. Alright, well, I have a pretty decently well-stocked thing, but no gas mask and no med kit. And... didn't I get the suitcase? Okay, just the two of us. There wasn't really enough time to get the kids, but surely it's just a drill. When we opened the shelter door, we noticed the shelves were already stocked. We can't really recall putting them in there. But I got a suitcase and ammo. Hey. That is good. So the ammo was in the suitcase I got from upstairs. Our shelves are full of cans, plenty of water. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. Okay. So day one, water is a little bit on the weak side. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there. But that doesn't mean we don't have to go outside. I wonder if it's worth restarting in hopes I can get some kids. But I think I got a lot of the quality of life goods this time. I wonder if that would keep me sane. Alright, a little bit of water. Dolores, are you willing to be my workhorse again? Okay, so still talking about going south, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure this game will absolutely be going south, so I can live with that. Our relocation is probably discussed after we get out here. Today was fine for Dolores. Ted has not been complaining. So I'll let Ted get a little bit of food as Dolores heads outside. Should I send her with something? I'll send her with the gun. Maybe she can steal something from somebody. I don't know. Alright, off you go, wife. But you did take the ammo. Ted is fine. Alright, yeah, I'll let that go for now. Good news, the government has announced it's dropping crates full of supplies in our area, and I didn't get the freaking gas mask this time. That's a shame. It was too dangerous. Ted needs water. Okay, so yeah, let's get Ted all taken care of. Everything is shaking. Well, let's save the radio because I don't have the other two things anyway. Alright, so yeah, I grabbed and survived. The radio survived. Nothing is new with Ted. And, well, I gave him both yesterday, so I'll let him go one more day. We were steer away from casinos and gambling dens and the like, so when a man came to our door and told us he used to be a gambler, we were suspicious. He invited us to play a game. Alright, let's go with the game. Why is it that they seem to have no emotions over their kids' deaths? Well, must have cheated. We lost, and before we could argue about it, the man left with our supplies. There's nothing going on with Ted, nothing new anyway. Well, it's not like I didn't have enough water already, but sure. Let's just go ahead and give 2 water to a random gambler. Bag size, and this time we think about radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought that the Reds would ruin our lovely neighborhood? Thank you, El Presidente. We could do it all in our own escaping part, not knowing the future, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us out. Alright, let's go ahead and go with that. What did we learn on the radio? And Dolores is back, and she broke our gun. Thank you. You seem to be a little less useful than our last wife, but we'll see what happens. The government has not fallen. They said they will be in touch with us in a couple of days. We were glad to see Dolores back. First thing to fall at a time of crisis is order. Yet here we are. Hey, she got the map. Perfect. So we went to the police station. We met a few police officers inside. They seemed capable of doing the job. It was pretty odd the way they were talking about a new world order. There was a map laid on the hood of one of the burned down police guards. The clumsy sign on it read the plan to take over the world. So much for a rifle. It got damaged. Dolores is not eaten. Ted is nothing new. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see if I can get Dolores back up to snuff. Because she needs to go out and get some more water in pronto fashion. When we answered the phone, okay, so it's the people from the town next over. Perfect. Dolores is barely any strength less. If she doesn't eat tonight, she won't last until tomorrow. Ted said there's no need to worry about him. Okay, well, they just said that she was tired, starving. Ted is okay. So I can send Ted out tomorrow, so let's go ahead and prepare for that. Our favorite radio station stopped broadcasting. When we tried other frequencies, we found nothing but static. Maybe we should tinker with our radio to increase its range. That tinkering didn't do me too much in good last time. I'm going to try again and just see if tinkering is like always an instant fail or not. But I don't think... Yeah, okay. So no more tinkering with the radio ever again. That is not a good idea. It's burned through 2 radios already. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Okay. Let's feed Dolores, and off you go, Teddy. I'm going to send you with the map in hopes that you can find some cool area. While you and your wife are sitting in the bunker, El Presidente is probably planning the invasion of the newly radiated world. Oh, I'm sure he's full scale on it right now, Big Red. Ted left with the map. Dolores wants water. She's not starving anymore, is she? No, but she is still hungry. So, sure, I'll let you have the last of everything, Dolores. Though, yeah, this is a quick one. Turns out he's alive and well and still homeless. Some things never change. We clearly miss him as much as he misses, as much as we miss him. He's been banging on our shelter door for the past few hours, asking whether we want to buy a rock. Let's see how much the rock is. I don't know. We opened the door and greeted the old man with a smile. He was eager to show us his bag filled with rich choice of rocks and convinced us to take one for free for old time's sake. We can't complain. It's a good rock. Dolores would really love to eat something. That's pretty much the last of my water here. It's time we stop worrying about what's going on. Well, with broken radio, I don't have much choice. So, yep. Unless Ted shows up tomorrow with a whole lot of water, this is already over. Dolores is quite well. She can't find anything to complain about. So she's only tired. I'm going to might as well give her soup, because I got plenty of soup. We just don't wash ourselves, we will get sick. Seriously, it's like if something smells really bad down here, doesn't seem to like it any better the next couple of days, how about we do something to fix it? So poison, ammo, or a gas mask. I don't like these options. So yeah, let's go ahead and use the ammo to fix the smelling problem. Let's see what that entails. Dirty or not, it's the smell. That's the biggest issue here. So how do we deal with that? We've got one spare ammo, so why not use the gunpowder to kill the smell? Let's rub it in. Sounds like a brilliant idea. Dolores will not last long without water. Well, that's our last water. And, no. So insanity is coming because I don't have the radio. Perfect. Looks like she was able to hold off on the insanity roll. Today was relative calm for Dolores. You know what? Go on ahead. Have some soup. Let's indulge. If it wasn't for Dolores, she doesn't seem well. She used to be so energetic and happy. Well, I have a magazine that you can read, Dolores. It's either that or the poison. Your choice. And Ted made it back. Okay. Seemed like a good idea. Ted safely returned. Our poor house is completely destroyed. It's really sad. Oh, Dolores' sister is in Toronto. Oh, okay. So I did find 2 soup, which is great. And that was under Mary Jane's bed. Our kitchen was a pile of rubble. It took us weeks to find those lovely chairs that matched the floor. But we did manage to get 2 bottles. Perfect. The car blew up and is now a rusted piece of metal junk in some fantastically incomprehensive way. The spare rifle in the trunk survived all of that. But our map took a beating and is now useless. Ted is tired. Is he also thirsty? Okay, no, he's not. But we do have some water. We're going to give Dolores some water because I don't think she had any yesterday, in hopes that she can get up to strength to be able to go out tomorrow. We stumbled upon the remains of an abandoned shantytown. Somewhere someone tore into it and incidentally missed the rubble. We found a cat. Yeah, sure, let's take the cat. We already know how this one works. When we opened the hatch, the cat jumped in. Perfect. Sherikov, lovely. Dolores is quite calm. Ted is hungry. Well, I got plenty of food. I don't think I gave you any water yesterday, so I'll give you some today. Dolores is still useless. There are only so many things we can do in a tiny bunker, so we thought, why not play a game? They're not just for kids, you know. Well, I'm glad they're not, because we don't have any kids anymore. Day 18. We played Truth or Dare, but it turns out we kept asking questions about the common things. Are you going to eat anything besides tomato soup? We decided Ted's enough game for now. That's enough games for now. Today's been fine for Dolores. Ted is still hungry. Alright. Still no one's willing to go outside. We received a mysterious note today politely requesting us that we share some of our supplies with other survivors. We have no idea who it might be from, but whomever wrote it also included a few words of encouragement saying that. Alright, so yeah, let's be generous and see what happens with this. Oh, Slick, you subscribed. Or followed. Sorry, my terminology is still a little off. But thank you for that. The authors of the note turned out to be twin siblings. Oh, these twins again. They're always harping on me for some supplies, those jerks. The beginning of a new friendship. They promise us to contact us again soon for more stuff to give them. That's how it works, right? There has to be some water left for Dolores. Yeah, there's not a lot of water left, to be honest, but fine, I'll give you a little bit to Dolores. Okay, and still no one's really willing to go outside. Minor foot injury. Well, at least I have the axe this time. Let's take care of that foot injury. I was cutting off a part of Dolores with an axe. Not only would she object to this, she would probably take matters and the axe into her own hands. It was with our best interest to avoid such a situation. We did use the head of the axe blade to clean her wounds, and the infection seems to be fading away. The operation wasn't pretty, though, and we damaged our axe. If there was anything to report about Dolores, Ted should drink something soon. I'm down to one lousy bottle of water. And still no one's willing to go outside. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's see. Privacy is also forgotten a possible concept, so now if we want to clear the air, we'll have to talk and guaranteed an unwanted audience. Dolores and Ted could really use a quiet moment to talk about in peace. How about a picnic in a nearby park? Hey, I'm pretty sure this is as private as we need to be. I don't think the cat really cares. Alright, let's go out to the park and see what happens. Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever loses goes on the expedition. Dolores is rested! Hey! Okay, in a post-apocalyptic park, complete with giggling and whispering and sweet nothings over a shared can of tomato soup. At least that's how Ted remembers it. Dolores is unwilling to comment. But they both feel better today, so clearly whatever happened lifted their spirits. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Alright, so Dolores, if you're feeling good, I'm going ahead and let you both eat just to make sure nothing happens. But Dolores, you're heading on outside tomorrow. Believe it or not, so something else. It seems to be a metal address on it. Okay. So yeah, go out and someone will take their cat back. That's fine. Day 22. Dolores, get on the way. So yeah, they took their cat back. Perfect. Dolores is pretty fatigued. I mean, she can't... Oh, no, they still let her go outside, even though she's fatigued and dehydrated. So I'll take you on that. Alright, I'm going to let you take the gun again. Let's see what happens with you and the gun. Ted wishes for a few drops of water. Well, we literally only have a few drops left, Ted. The trash can of ours is getting disgusting. The good news is we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're starving for food. Yet for some reason we would like to tidy this place up. Those giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. So yeah, let's go ahead and use the magazine to get rid of some of the cockroaches. That should be good. And the cat is back. Very nice. The nest of glowing bugs might have been worse than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches, yikes. To our surprise, we found Cherikov. Perfect. This morning has been calm enough. Ted is well. Perfect. There's a small muddy pond in the park nearby. Too bad we forgot our fishing rod. Perhaps we could try to fish something out with our suitcase. That usually destroys the suitcase if I remember right, but I might be able to find something good. Let's see what we are able to pull in from the pond. The suitcase... Alright, so I traded the suitcase for a harmonica. Ted is rested. So I'll let you eat and get water today. Our supplies are scarce and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks from the retirement home. It shouldn't be too hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old enough. Yeah, sure. Let's rob from the old people. I'm okay with that. Perfectly okay with that. Hey, and I stole a radio. Perfectly fine. Old people do not need radios to survive, so I did not hurt them in any way. Alright, transmission. Turns out to leave a sign that we're alive somewhere in the area. I don't have the map anymore, so there we go. Do you have a generator with a bunch of gasoline or solar panels? Because those lights in the bunker seem to be very reliable. That is true. I'm not sure how they have the electricity wired up here, but yes, indeed. We're glad to see Dolores came back safely with a gun. If you're desperate enough or have a particular dietary needs, any place can be interesting enough to look for supplies. Garbage collection was supposed to be happening around this time, but the trucks never came. We thought we would be able to, we would say that, but we aren't complaining. One of our pre-blast neighbors threw away a few unopened cans of soup. The joke is on him. If he's in his shelter right now, he's probably full of regrets with a lawn like that. Who wouldn't be? I'm getting tongue-tied reading all this. Oh, the irony. Or maybe a paradox, or maybe neither. A gas mask is lying in a pile of stinky garbage. I'll take that. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores is tired. Ted is not complaining. Sadly, you were not successful to get any freaking water, Dolores. As it turns out, Shirkoff found a new toy, knockless wiring. Yeah, well, we know where that goes, so why not? We'll take a look at that. I didn't notice where the bloody handprint came from. That's a little disturbing. We grabbed the cable and followed it. Perfect. They look surprised. Yeah, same old government scientists. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Well, sorry, Ted. That is literally the last drop of water. So, yeah, off you go. I'm gonna send you with the harmonica. Sure. Let's see what happens if I send someone out with a harmonica. I literally have no idea. So off you go, Ted. Dolores has to drink something. Well, sorry, you are not going to get any water today. Let's see what the secret agents want. Okay, they want us to go to the safe house. Dolores is not eaten. Dolores will not survive without water. Well, man, I might as well not even feed you in that case, because if you're not gonna last without the water, I might as well save the food. This is probably not gonna be good. What's gonna be ready for me this morning? Well, the wife is still kicking. That's good to see. Dolores needs the water. Well, you're not going to get any. We're either going crazy or the entire shelter is crawling with little insects, or maybe, or worse, it's worse. They're spiders and not the miniature ones, but they're huge, furry, and very creepy beasts. Alright, let's go hit them with the magazine. I'm okay with that. Well, there we go. I'm guessing Dolores died. Oh, wait, I have to click here. Ha! Alright, so I was able to get water for chasing around the spiders, but sadly that is not enough. Sharikov ran first facing the wall, causing a loose brick to fall out. Behind it was a cigar box with ammunition. Well, that would have been nice. We never expected a band of religious fanatics to cause any troubles. Who would? As it turned out, the cult turned up to shelter into their temple. We tried to reason with them, but The only offer we got was becoming human sacrifices to their deity. We consider it, politely requiring, and set off to find a new home. Dolores died of dehydration. Evicted by religious nuts. And small treasure. So things started to look up right at the end there. But sadly, it was too little too late. Alright. I'm going to give this one last go. But yeah, you're right. The harmonica option was probably not the best to do. Yeah, you know, that seems fair. I'm not sure how if the harmonica would have changed anything, but it obviously didn't work out well, so... Alright, let me do one more here and actually try to save at least one child. If I can save one child, I can change the world. Alright, where's everything looking like around here? Okay, I'm just going to walk right up to this kid right now. And I am just going to stand right there, ready to pick him up in... There we go. See, I'm making progress. I actually saved a member of my family. Get that water. Come on. Oh, lock. Yeah, sure. I'll take the lock. Oh, and the wife is right there too, so that's good. Sure. I'm just going to go ahead and drop her in like that. Okay, got the harmonica. That is not a radio, but I can get some soup and some water right here. Okay, there we are. Off you go. Get the poison. Sure, I'll get the poison. Oh, that was not what I wanted. The gun. Yeah, okay, got the gun. Okay, throw that in there. So off we go. Water, water, water. No, 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 water. And the radio is important. And there's one more water here. Come on, let's get that water. I don't think I have enough soup. I don't think I have enough soup. Go, 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 go. Alright. What? I'm not even sure what I have. Let's see what I've got. Alright, so looks like I got a fair amount of soup. I got the lock, I got the poison. I didn't even see the medical equipment. Got some games and the radio. Okay. Calls his child kid instead of his name and proceeds to throw him down a 50-foot hole down into a bunker. Yeah, that's... Timmy, I think is his name? I don't know. Is it Timmy? It might be Timmy. Okay, and I did have a suitcase downstairs, so that is nice. And a map was downstairs already, so that is lovely as well. Oh, that's the one I brought down from upstairs. Our shelves are full. Well-stocked shelter. Good amount of supplies. Okay. So I'm going to assume that they all drank and ate upstairs before the bomb came, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now. Favorite child saved. Yes, indeed. That's how my family works. She was walking around with like a sousaphone type of thing. So yes, I obviously see no need in having that down here. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble, Timmy's being very... Yeah, it is Timmy. Good. Dolores is fine and well. No new problems. Perfect. So I think the parents need... water more than the kid, if I remember right. I think the kid can go 3 days without it. I don't recall. But yeah, let's go ahead and send one out. Galloping horse. We rushed to the door and greeted by two men dressed like they came from the medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound, one of them holding two rocks and hitting them against each other. Very Monty Python. Very good. While the others were skipping and pretending to be the rider, they're saying they're off looking for an antique cup, but they've lost and they would be most grateful if we would have one of our maps. Do I give them the map or do I just shut them see the map? I don't know. So let's go ahead and see what happens. I got to keep the map. Okay, so I just showed them on the map where to go. And they gave me an axe as a thank you. So that is wonderful. Timmy does not need much, but he should get a drink. Alright, everyone seems okay with Dolores. Ted is not complaining, at least today, not very much. So yeah, sure. I guess you can't make it 3 days. But I'm going to go ahead and let Timmy head out because he got the water. So it's only fair that he does the work. Alright, I'm going to send him out empty-handed and we'll see what comes from that. Seems like the radiation at the surface has been turning people there into some very interesting figures. Timmy went to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Well, judging from my last 2 playthroughs, absolutely nothing, because you're the worst parents in the world. Oh dear, I broke something real quick. Okay, I got it fixed. Perfect. Sorry about that. Time to ration supplies. I don't think they ate and drank yesterday, so sure, I'm gonna let them do that today. We never thought we'd be seeing a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. The good news is they probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they are huge and probably will attack us if they get the chance. Alright, so we'll go ahead and poison them. Alright, so yeah, I used the poison, but very good. Is there anything to report about Dolores? This is where it'll be written. Ted is not complaining. Very good. I think they ate yesterday, so I'll skip that today. Good news, the government has announced that they're dropping supply crates with a gas mask, which I don't have. Makes me annoyed to see those supply crates, because I never have the gas mask when it's needed. It's too dangerous to go outside. Dolores is going well. Ted says there's no need to worry. I don't think they ate yesterday, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let them go all out today. We thought it'd be a great idea to have a role-playing fun and create our own shelter theater group. We called it the Thunderdome. We spent the rest of the day trying to write the script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it and decided that maybe it would be best to play something simpler. Fair enough. Day 7. We played Truth or Dare. Okay, we read this one already. Life is hard for us all right now, but Dolores is a good boo today. We'll hope it will stay this way. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. Alright, I'll skip on the rationaling. It's been a while. We don't know what's happening on the surface. Well, I do have a radio this time. So let's go ahead and see what the radio. That poor kid has no training on how to survive in the wasteland or shoot a gun. Well, when you see El Presidente arming up his people in Tropico, it's time you get prepared. So that's his own fault. We were able to get a weak signal, and the great news is the fall outside has mostly gone. It would be much safer to travel the surface now. Well, glad that the fallout cleared up just in time for my kid to get back home. We were afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us. A pile of car wrecks revealed that we stumbled into a big parking lot. Almost no cars survived. There was a really nice motorbike standing a bit to the side next to the car wrecks, or rather it used to be nice. There was not much left to it now. Upon inspecting the bags, the bike, we found a working flashlight. Timmy is really tired and hungry. So the only thing he brought back from his entire time out there was one freaking light. Alright, Dolores, you're going out this time. Timmy didn't say a word when he came back. Alright, well, let's hope we can scratch off something with that axe. Alright, Dolores, you are better at the world than the child is, so I think it's time for you to go back out. And everyone wants water, and Timmy is hungry. Alright, so Dolores, it's time for you to go. I'm gonna send you with the freaking suitcase. I don't know if that does anything. I know I can take additional stuff out with me, but yeah. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go... Yeah, okay. I think this is going to be, in the long run, a really bad idea, but I'm going to send her out with a whole spiel of things. Alright, map, gun, and a flashlight. I've never done this before, so let's see what happens if I send out one person with pretty much everything that they can handle. Alright, so you can't say you were not well supplied there, Dolores. Hungry. Ted is fine. Okay. So, food for the boy. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized up there. Yes, indeed it is. Off we go. I now understand why you have kept children out of the bunker in the past few playthroughs. They don't seem very productive. Absolutely. I mean, he was out there... I mean, his mom goes out and she brings home, like, everything. Including medical kits that she probably wanted for herself that she didn't really receive. And he comes home with a freaking flashlight and then gets himself infected where I have to use my axe to keep his leg. So, Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. So, in the end, sending the boy out there was nothing. Oh, great. Peculiar. It seems like the whole shelter has been shaking every couple of minutes. Well, the only thing I have to protect is the radio, so yes, I'll go ahead and protect the radio. Oh. Little robot dude here now. Fantastic. Earthquake or not, nothing to stand in our way of our radio static, our daily dose of radio static. We were able to grab it before it could fall down. Something else might be broken if we don't know until we've cleaned this place up. Like a good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of the situation. He seems cheerful. Ted is really thirsty. Alright, well, we'll go on ahead and let you drink then, Ted. Tired, thirsty. Okay, so go for it, Ted. Get your water. As long as we have food and water, but we have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, even if it's possible in the situation. Alright, well-stocked shelter. Timmy has comments about those. Perfect. So let's turn on the radio and see what happens with the military. Good news. The government has made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communication in days. Timmy seems okay. Ted's stomach is rumbling. So Ted is just hungry, right? Okay, so yeah, we're going to let Ted eat. The boy's not complaining about anything, so I'm going to let him skip another day. You maniacs, you blew it up. Oh, damn you all to hell. Okay, they blew up their barbecue last spring. Those were good times, even if they wasted a perfectly good barbecue. Is the door? Come on. Alright, the wife's still not back yet. That's a little concerning. But we need to be ready for harsh reality. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink something. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. So you're just complaining about being thirsty. Ted is fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and let the boy drink a little bit of water. We found some weird mushrooms. 2 1/4. Alright, let's eat the mushrooms this time, I guess. And the wife's still not back? Okay. They were delicious in the dark, and now we are 2 for that matter. Timmy seems okay as much as he can in our current situation. Where is water when Ted needs it? Alright, so Ted is thirsty, Timmy is tired, but all in all, that's not too bad. So go on ahead, Ted, have some water. They want sunshine again. Fantastic. The tropical government didn't care enough about its people before the apocalypse to even feed them. I doubt they would even care to send airdrops or save the civilians. That's true. I mean, they obviously did very little for their people when they were alive, let alone actually taking care of them after they are no longer so alive. So yes, Big Red, I fully agree with your assessment of the disaster situation that is probably infecting Tropico. We were glad to see Dolores okay. She came back with the gun, the map, and the suitcase. We found the 10 cent hotel in ruins. 10 cent? Is that the company that does PUBG or something? I forget. But there was plenty to look at. Pieces of furniture, suitcase, and other supplies were scattered all over the place. Every room was stocked with water bottles for guests. A few of them remained relatively untouched. Perfect. Curses, our flashlight is out of service, so that was a minus. Timmy should eat something. Timmy has rested. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last until morning. This morning has been very calm for Ted. Okay, so hungry, starving, Ted is fine. Alright, so you and you can eat. Ted is fine, so you don't get anything. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb dropped. Well, okay, let's send the wife out there. She seems to be a little bit better at doing things than the boy. Alright, yeah, that's the town next door. We know that one. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now he should get some water. Dolores has any strength left. Ted is okay. I'm thinking I'm pushing Ted to the edge here. But yeah, Dolores is hungry. The boy wants to drink. So let's see if I can keep them alive a little bit longer. Just so I can send the boy out tomorrow. We've stumbled on the cat, so sure, let's bring the cat in. We open the hatch. Yes, Timmy is good. Dolores has not eaten anything for a while. Ted wishes for a few drops of water. Alright, water for Ted, food for the wife. Is that right? Yes. And Timmy is good. So off you go, Timmy. Off to the wild blue yonder. Alright, I'm sending you out there empty-handed, I guess. And let's see what you're able to manage. I didn't find anything on 10 cent making PUBG. 10 cent does sound familiar, though. Oh, thank you for checking. Yeah, 10 cent, I think that's like the Chinese gaming, yeah, I forget. I'll have to look that up later. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what he'll do if he doesn't come back. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores has to drink sometimes. Well, getting Dolores back up to strength is costing a heck of a lot of food and water. Ted is fine, and yeah, Dolores just keeps saying, I want things. Like, come on, we all want things, Dolores. She has not been so chatty, so yeah, what's wrong, Dolores? Please tell us. Talking to Dolores helped resolve some of her issues and doubts. She feels better now. Dolores would really love to eat something. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Alright, so everyone is hungry. So sure, let's let them eat, even though I'm down to freaking half a can. A group of doctors knocked on our door requesting some of our supplies. Oh, I can't afford a bottle. I only got 1.5 left. Sorry, doctors. No water for you. Alright, day 21, the boy's still not back. While playing in the shelter, Sharikov stumbled upon the wooden box that was hidden behind some loose bricks. Alright, so yeah, I'll get my poison back, and Dolores is rested. So that means I can send her out as soon as the boy gets back. And Ted is thirsty and fatigued, so sure. Ted, you can have a little bit of the water left over. The pond, fishing in the pond with the suitcase again. Yeah, let's give it a try. What do I get from the pond this time? Ooh, medical kit. Who got the medical kit? Hey, I traded a suitcase for a medical kit. That is awesome. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted slowly looks over at the cat sitting on the shelf and starts getting ideas. Hey, if it comes down to it, I'm sure Timmy's looking pretty good too. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. He spotted an untouched store with many products inside, then even food different than tomato soup. A real treat in those post-apocalyptic times. We were about to reach it. A terrible noise made us stop in our tracks. Something heavy fell straight from the sky, crashing into the store and destroying it completely. After the dust settled, we realized we were looking at a spaceship. Just like in Timmy's comics. Could it be saucer meant for Mars? Then why does it bear American flag and the side and a logo of something called Astro Citizen? Could it be infiltration? Crafty little alien buggers. Someone stuffed a bunch of items into a big sock. Not sure how the sock made it through the crash, but it somehow seemed to succeed at protecting the supplies inside. I got a little bit of water, but frankly, food is my bigger problem this time. Timmy should eat something. Timmy is tired. Dolores has to drink sometimes. Okay, so you're hungry and you're thirsty. So the boy gets food, Dolores gets water, and Dolores is getting sent right back out. Received another transmission from the army. They want the cards. I don't have any cards. Damn. I don't think you are going to get much out of Timmy. He looks like bones and no meat, maybe since he has been getting much food lately. Yeah, it's interesting how that works. Food definitely does seem to fatten up your cannibalistic victims a little bit better than, not feeding them. But fair enough. Damn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where we are. Timmy should eat something. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Alright, so Dolores is heading out today. Timmy is still hungry, even though that's literally the last bit of soup. Alright, I'm going to save that soup for Ted. Dolores, you're heading outside. You know, I'm going to send her with the harmonica. Let's see if she has any better luck with the harmonica than in the last game. Okay, day 24. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores is on her way out with the harmonica. Ted wants water. Well, I got water to spare, so Ted, you're fine with that. Sherikov is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today noticed something on his collar. It seems to be, alright, the address. So they're going ahead and let the cat go for a couple of days. We grabbed a fuffly new friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a few people. Very good. Timmy is hungry. Timmy is in terrible shape. We need to give him some water now. Well, I've got water. Timmy, you can definitely have a little bit of water, but you ain't getting no soup. Because Ted needs that soup more than you do. And he's only hungry. He's not very hungry or starving yet. So hopefully he can make it another day or two. Let's see if the wife can bring something back. Silence is distracting, so yeah, let's turn on that radio. I was about to post a comment saying to save the soup for yourself, and then you mentioned you will save it for Ted. Indeed, I do like being the nice guy, but that last bit of the soup, that's got to get Ted through this. How fortunate we took the radio with us. We are probably listening to some music, then play music out there, don't they? Timmy is very hungry. Ted is hungry. Well, I can't have Ted hungry. So yeah, I'm going to give that last bit of soup to Ted here. And let's hope that the wife gets back with a lot of soup. We don't have much of an appetite, so we're going to saving some food. Yet for some reason, we would like to tidy this mess up. Alright, let's take care of the cockroaches with a little bit of poison. I don't see anything wrong with that. Alright. I don't know what that aerosol can sound is supposed to signify. Oh, for the poison. That makes sense. Yes. The poison would probably make that kind of sound. That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out of the wasteland. Perfect. The supplies we found in Cherikov back in our shelter this morning. Perfect. The cat's back. Timmy should eat something. Timmy's fatigued. Yeah, Timmy should, but he ain't. All Ted wishes for is a little bit of water. So yes, Ted gets some water. Nothing for the boy. The barbecue is blown up again. Yes. Timmy is indeed a lost cause. I fully agree with you on that. Timmy is very hungry. No new problems. Okay, well, Ted's fine. That's what matters. Okay, that's not something we're looking forward to doing. Okay. Hey, Ted is still making it. Good on you, boy. Dehydrated, hungry, tired, and just tired. Perfect. We don't think Dolores is coming back from the surface. It's hard to worry. That's not good. So the wife's not coming back, which means that last expedition. Yeah, let's go ahead and get those secret agents. Oh! Oh, I thought that sound was that the wife made it back. But yes. Ted should drink something. Yeah, Ted should drink something. And off you go. I'm gonna let you go with the torch. Or the flashlight. Manny Lilo. Donate link. Oh, I actually don't... Donate link $1. I don't know what that does. I've actually not... I don't think I have monetization turned on yet, actually. So, but I appreciate the thought, though. Thank you, Manny. Alright, Ted is now insane. And he returned with his flashlight. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He's not likely to return. Alright, well, this thing went to crap pretty quick. The padlock in our shelter finally came in handy. We used it to secure our home when leaving for an expedition. When we came back, we found signs of an attempted break-in. So the lock was lost. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. Our need for entertainment took us to the local cinema. Right, I got 2 cans of soup from the cinema. That is nice. There was none, but the tomato soup dispenser was working. Yay. The only thing left in that ticket booth is the door with the padlock on it. The security here must have been questionable. Someone forgot to take the key out. Okay, well, perfect. I lost a lock and I gained a lock. Ted is hungry. Ted is crazy. Ted is tired. Oh boy. Hungry, crazy, tired, fatigued. I don't think I'm coming back from this. Hungry, tired. Okay, so yeah, going ahead, eat. No one's leaving tomorrow or ever again, I'm guessing. Yeah, let's see what the scientists will have to say. The only useful member of the family has perished, and I don't think Timmy will be useful. Absolutely right, Big Red. Secret agents, yes, Ted is hungry. Alright, let's feed Ted. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind the door. When we peeked out this morning, we saw a leather suitcase that has no address on it. I'll open it, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be poisoned water again or something along those lines. Either way, the water is irradiated. Guy's feeling pretty sick. Yep, perfect. So, this is also over. Thirsty, hungry, sick, crazy, fatigued. Okay. So, sure. Let's give Ted everything that he wants. And he is willing to go outside. Okay, well, sure. I'll send you out. Happened to Uncle Brian. He should have been far away when the bombs fell. He looked away. Say, did we have a photo of him tucked away in one of the books at home? Well, if we did, it ain't here now, so fair enough on that. And so we are left with no photos or news or happy thoughts. The world is cruel. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted has recovered from his sickness, but not from his craziness, right? Yeah, he has not recovered from his craziness. Do I have to take the lock with me for it to be used when I leave? I think that might be a thing. Alright, so if I take the lock with me, do I lock the shelter when I go? Well, let's give it a shot. I don't know how that works. The end. We tried to get into our shelter. We found another family inside. They were very convincing with their shotguns and forced us to leave. So apparently taking the lock with you does not secure the shelter on your way out. That is good to know. Let's see. I'm at an hour and 49. So I'm going to try this one more time, I think. Yeah. So let's try a new game. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and set this to easy. Because I would really like to have just one successful go at this. And I like to keep my live streams around like 2-ish hours or so, because I still need to go through and edit and repost it later. So, yeah, I'm going to give this one more shot. Okay, I got cards, medical, and water here. Ooh, the axe in the door looks a little suspicious. And I got both of my family. Ooh, the kid is next to the radio, so I have to be careful not to take her. Just make sure I get in a nice position here that I can get that radio. Alright, got the radio. I'll leave the kid behind. That sounds perfect. And get the boy, drop him in. Perfect. Alright, off we go, off we go. Get that water, get that med kit, and get those cards. Alright, I am liking this. Get those in there. Alright, got some food and water right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and take all of that. Take all of that. And drop that in. Okay, get that axe. That axe is coming in handy a lot. And yeah, sure, pick up the wife. I saw the gas mask. Get that gas mask. Get that gas mask. Okay, that's 3. Wow, 3 for that. Yeah. Food, water. No! Tried to do just a little bit too much. Well, they might have a better chance at surviving this time. There's no Ted there to ruin the day. Yeah, that was quick, Big Red. That is absolutely the case. So yeah, little boy mode. I'm going to keep that on easy one more time. Alright, got the med kit in the bathroom again. Cards on the table. Decent amount of soup. Got the padlock. The gun is right here. Seems like... Alright, let's take the easy stuff right now. Okay, off you go. Drop that in there. Alright, let's get that axe. And I'm going to go ahead and get the gun too. That's 2 and 2, so that's already a full load. Soup. Soup. Water. Those are the foundations of life. And I'll get that padlock, even though I don't necessarily know how to use it. No, get around that. Okay, come on, get the wife. Flashlight, flashlight, flashlight! Okay. Timmy, yes. Oh, I don't even know what I grabbed there. I grabbed the map. Okay. I'm not getting enough food. Okay, let me see what I got. I don't think I have enough food. I wonder what the world record number of days in this game is. I'm kind of curious. That's actually a very good question, Big Red. I have no idea. Oh, that's sad. You can hear the tuba as you switch screens. Alright, I'm a little light on the supplies, it looks like, but I got a lot of the extra things around here. So... Oh, I had radio, gas mask, and cards down here. Sunshine again, okay. Let's get this started and see if I can last a little bit longer this time. Nothing to report on Timmy. Dolores is quite well. Ted is calm. Hey! Finally, they're dropping crates and I have a gas mask and I can actually go out and get them. So let's see what these crates look like for once. Alright. Oh, and it cost me the gas mask. The airdrop crate we found wasn't exactly huge, but it contained a few supplies that definitely helped. We were especially happy to find some water bottles and food cans. For a minute we thought it was canned meat, but then we found out it was tomato soup. Our theory is that the whole country is to run on tomatoes, and no one suspected a thing. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Dolores has to drink. All Ted wishes are a few drops of water. Well, I got enough water now that I can actually afford to let everyone have a sip this time. So that's fantastic. Alright, boy, I'm going to give you another chance out there. Let's see if you do better in the world this time. You better not come back with one freaking flashlight and expect us to be proud of you. Timmy went out to this little wasteland. We don't know what he will do if he doesn't come back. If there was anything to report about Dolores. Nothing new with Ted. Okay, so nothing going on. They probably should eat, but I'll wait for now. There are other problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible. Oh, crap. So I have to use the med kit to keep Dolores and Ted from getting exhausted. Just searched it up, and I think it's between 197 to 403 days. I can sense it. You are going to be that world record holder. I'm going to assume that there is a not in that sentence somewhere, Big Red, and I agree with you. That is definitely not going to be me. So I think I'll use it because if they get exhausted, when the boy gets back, it's going to take him a week or so to get fed and rested. So at least if I can keep them well rested now, Dolores and Ted will be able to go out and take his place when he returns. So that is a waste of a med kit, but I'll accept it. There isn't much going on with Ted. So you're both happy for the moment, but I think you're going to be hungry next time. So I'm going to get ahead of that and just use a little bit of soup because I got plenty of soup. Playing a game or two might be a good idea. Well, I do have cards and chessboard, so go on ahead, knock yourselves out. Truth or dare again, which frankly, with your... I have to say something. Between a man and his wife, playing truth and dare is probably not the best idea. Are you going to eat anything? Okay, Ted is thirsty. Dolores is thirsty. Well, I have less water than I do soup, but I still have enough that I can give them both a little bit of soup. No music, no talking. Should we fiddle with the radio? No, we should not fiddle with the radio. That never ends well. Alright, we're sure they're even experiencing technical issues. Yes, everything is fine. Timmy is back. Theater means actors, and where you find actors, you can run into mimes. And so we approached the theater on our tiptoes, but in the end we decided our need for supplies was greater than our fear of mimes. Hey, that's a very justified fear, if you ask me. So we bravely went in there to explore, and we found 3 bottles of water. Very good. I don't know how you use bottles of water as props, but I'll take it. We half expected the theater cafeteria to be a sorry state. Surprisingly, Atomic Blast spared most of it, and we were able to admire their selection of food. It was very vivid, small, medium, or large cans of tomato. We felt large cans were meant for us. Timmy is hungry. Timmy is tired. Dolores is fine, and Ted is fine. So he's only hungry, not thirsty. So I'll go ahead and give him the last little bit of that. And Dolores is rested because I actually used the med kit to make sure they got a good night's sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and get Dolores out the door in this case. But Ted actually pulled his weight. He brought in some good supplies this time. So good on you. I really do appreciate that, Tim. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Timmy should eat something. Dolores is doing well. Ted is doing well. Alright, so Dolores and Ted should still be able to go outside today. Timmy is hungry, which is not a problem. I'll give him a little bit of soup. Dolores, off you go. I'll let you take the flashlight. Let's see if that triggers anything out there in the great world. And someone is at the door. Ted is thirsty. Well, not a problem. Ted, you can have something to drink. Timmy is thirsty, and Ted is thirsty and hungry. Tim is hungry and thirsty. So it's taking a little bit more than I'd like to get him back up to snuff, but hopefully he'll be healthy and ready to go outside as soon as a wife gets back. Alright, let's see who's knocking on that door. Off you go. A group of travelers wearing gas masks and carrying some equipment gave us purified water. Before we could thank them, they turned away and left. Hey, free water. I like that. Good, good. Opening that hatch was a bit risky, but it seems like it gave us some awful sickness. That coughing is driving us crazy. Oh boy. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will that last? Ted got sick. Oh boy. So hopefully the wife can come back with a med kit. That would be fantastic if you could come back with a med kit, dear wife. I don't think the water was worth it, and someone's knocking on the door again. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He'll do just fine. Ted is doing well. So, I mean, he's sick. I don't think he's doing all that well. Fair enough. Our hideout was approached by a man. He claimed he was used to be an accountant. He now survives as a trader and a gambler. I think I lost the 2 bottles last time. Let's see. Can I win it this time? Or is that always like an instant fails kind of a deal? No, I lost that one too. Okay, so I'm going to assume and say gambling is always a loss. Timmy does not need much, but he should drink. Ted is thirsty. Well, yeah, let's go on ahead. You can both have a little bit of water. That's fine. We can keep sitting on our backsides in this tiny bunker. We can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought that the Tropicans would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it in our own, the escaping part, not the running part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us, so let's go ahead and turn on that radio and see who's out there. Hopefully the military can come. Dolores is back, but she did not bring any medicine. Ah. Alright, but she did come back with the torch. The proud Ellison Hotel was completely destroyed. Piles of luggage were lying between heaps of rubble. Only a few rooms on the lower levels partially survived. Now we know the secret of the restaurant chef. It's tomato soup. No wonder they were a 5-star hotel. Every room was stocked with water bottles for guests. A few of them remained relatively untouched by the explosion. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong boy. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores is tired. Ted is hungry. Tired, hungry, sick, hungry, tired. Okay. So, yes, the adults can eat. Well, it's been nice watching the stream. Wish you the best of luck on your slim chances of survival. What game will you be playing next? Oh, Big Red, I think tomorrow I'm queuing up with Frostpunk. I've been meaning to get that one going for a little while now. And then I think tomorrow after Frostpunk, I think on Tuesday, I'm going to queue up with the long-awaited and promised Civ 6. So, Civilization 6 with the expansions will be on Tuesday, I do believe. However, Monday I might be a little bit late with Frostpunk. I'm actually going to go to an open board game night, because I'm cool like that. But as soon as I get back, I'll get that queued up. Alright, we thought phone calls were a thing of the past, so yes, we'll send the boy out and talk with the town next door. Yep, Hill Valley, yes, perfect. Call cut short, same as always. Timmy seems okay. Dolores is hungry. Nothing new with Ted. So hungry, sick, tired, okay. So Dolores, you get some food, off you go. Ted might be able to survive an expedition, but I hate. Sounds good, I'm sure Civ 6 will be a blast. I hope so. I haven't tried Civ 6 yet, so I think I'm gonna try to find enough time to do a little bit of a trial run for myself, just to figure out how those new districts and stuff work, but I am definitely excited for it, because every Civ game for me has been decent, so I'm happy with that. It's high time we stop wondering about what's going on and start asking questions, or at least listen to some reasonable answers. So how about turning on the radio? So yes, I've got a working radio. Why not use the damn thing? We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement, and guess great news, the fall outside is mostly gone. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble, Timmy has been very brave. Dolores would really like to eat something. Dolores should get it. Ted would drink something soon. And this looks like a very happy image. I'm sure that is definitely not telling me anything that's wrong. Thirsty, hungry, thirsty. Okay. Well, fortunately I got plenty of supplies for the most part. So, yes, everyone gets what they're looking for, and Ted, I hate sending you outside, but so be it. Off you go. I'm gonna send you with the torch as well. Last time I did that, she did find enough food. So maybe a torch will help you find a med kit, I hope? Okay, so hungry and tired, thirsty and tired. That was right? Yeah, he's thirsty and she's hungry. Okay, yeah, perfect. Just didn't want to get those confused. We decided to have some fun today and play a game or two. The first one was picking the game we are going to play. This took us most of the day and still haven't made up our minds. So it's like watching Netflix. Like spending all your time looking for what to watch on Netflix rather than actually watching anything on Netflix. I do that oh so often. Day 17. Alright. We played I Spy and it was pretty fun at first for 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Dolores is doing quite well, or she can't find anything to complain about. So, they're both doing okay. So, hopefully one of them will be rested enough to go outside once Ted gets back, assuming if Ted gets back. Okay, so buy the cat for a soup. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. I like having the cat around. He's a good emergency food supply. Alright, Sharikov, very good. Water is all Dolores wants. Fair enough, Dolores. Water you shall get. For an isolated fallout shelter, we sure have a lot of disturbances. Something has been making a lot of noise since the dawn. We couldn't sleep. It seems to be coming from under the floor. And coincidentally, we just found a manhole that we could use to go down and check out what it is. Well, I took the torch, but I left the axe. So let's take the axe downstairs and see what we find. Alright, I got to keep the axe, so that's good. We went down with our hearts in our throats, but nothing happened. We found the tiny passage block. The noises were gone after a while. Hopefully we'll stay that way. We can't leave Timmy without water. Dolores is fine as much as anyone can be in this tiny shelter. Okay, fair enough. Dolores is fine. Timmy is thirsty. Timmy, water you shall have. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from under our door. When we peeked out this morning, we saw a leather suitcase as an address on it. Okay, the last times I opened this, everyone got sick. But if Ted doesn't get better, then it doesn't matter if these two get sick. So, sure, let's open it and hope that no one else gets sick. Damn it, the gift was a booby trap. There was something inside besides the junk, and as soon as we opened the suitcase, it exploded. Timmy got hurt. Life is hard for us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood. We hope it stays this way. Oh, lovely. So, Timmy is not going to get any more supplies, but Dolores is still healthy. Is there ever anything good in those suitcases? Like, seriously, every time I open it, something bad happens. Alright, Ted has been outside for far too long. He still has not returned. We fear he isn't coming back. Oh boy. Well, the game's over then if he's not coming back, right? So the fact that I actually see this means that he's still alive, I think. Alright, well, let's see. Being stuck in a tiny shelter would make anyone a bit apathetic. We need to stay calm. Timmy should eat something. Timmy is fatigued. Dolores has to drink. Well, Timmy, you don't have to get anything because you're hurt. But Dolores, you can get your water. I'm okay with that. Oh, no, not you. Just Dolores. We can make a new kid. Dolores is too exhausted. It would be great if we could get out there and leave. Yes, it would be. Okay, day 22. So is Ted coming back? I don't know how this works, because, I mean, Ted is a protagonist here. Timmy is hungry. Timmy prefers apple juice. Dolores is not eaten. Dolores is rested. Alright. So, Dolores, if you're hungry, you may more than welcome to eat. And off you go. Shurkov can take care of itself, but we can't help wonder about how much self-made cat he is. Okay, address, sure. Let's go ahead and do that again. So the cat is off for a day or two, and Dolores. Alright. I'd like to keep him alive, just so that Dolores has someone to return to. So if I give him just one water, maybe that will let him last long enough for Dolores to get back. But yeah, if she's gone and Ted's still not back... This is a little on the annoying side. Hungry, hurt, tired, fatigued, but he's not starving, so I'm not going to give him anything. Entire shelter is crawling with little insects. I've got nothing I can do about the insects. So let's go on forward with this. Day 25. We decided we could get rid of those spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever our body parts we could use for non-lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we've underestimated the chances. They're really fast, as we achieved was really getting tired. All we achieved was getting really tired. Maybe we'll have more luck next time. To our surprise, we found Sherikov back in our shelter. Okay, very good. Timmy diet needs food. It's today or never. Timmy fell sick. Well, sure, I'll give you food. Offering us a highly profitable game of cards. 2 soup cans. Soup is different than what I usually get. I usually get the water one. But I have a feeling that this is an instant lost as well. Oh. No, I actually won. Okay, so you do sometimes win at gambling. That's good. The man wasn't too happy about it, but he delivered on his promise. Timmy should eat something. We can't leave Timmy without water for too long. Alright, so is he thirsty or dehydrated? Thirsty and hungry, but not starvation levels and not dehydration levels. So you get nothing, and let's hope the wife gets back today. Fond memories. Timmy is very hungry. Timmy's in terrible shape. He needs water now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a little bit of both. Alright, so we got the agents spying on us again. So let's go ahead and get that triggered. And Dolores is still not back yet. Timmy is very hungry. There is no time. Timmy needs to be treated for his injuries before it's too late. Well, there is no treatment. He's in agony, sick, hungry, tired. Looks like this is the last day for Timmy, quite possibly. Let's see what these agents have to say. Hey, Dolores made it back in time to say goodbye to Timmy. That's good. We're glad to see Dolores made it back. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside, even food. Oh, Heavy fell straight onto it again. So, a spaceship again. Someone stuffed a bunch of items into a big sock, but I did get 1 tomato soup. And that is literally it. So out of all that time out there, I got 1 tomato soup. Starvation, tired, fatigued. Alright, a little bit of food for Dolores. Alright, we're going to go on ahead and send the boy out, because little harm in anything going wrong with him, as opposed to just let him sit around another day. Might as well let him do a little bit more good before it's too late. We arrived at the rendezvous. Alright, they were being led by the twins again. There's no time. Timmy has to be treated for his injuries. Dolores would like to eat something, so food for Dolores I can certainly accommodate. No one's well enough to go outside. And that should be it for the boy. Oh no, he's hanging on. What a little trooper. We played I Spy, letter W. Timmy is about dead. Dolores is still hungry. And water for Dolores. So Dolores gets everything. Still no one's willing to go outside. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you indeed. Do enjoy this game. It's fantastic in its minimalistic way, but coded note was left on her doorstep. It's a symbol of all numbers. We're sort of a cipher. We're going to need to crack it before we can read the letter. Dolores seems eager for the challenge. However, it's hard to tell how long this could take her, and it could prove to be a waste of her time. Should she keep busy? Yes. I mean, Dolores, you're too weak to go outside, so you might as well work on the cipher. Oh, the boy ran away. We couldn't do anything about Timmy's wounds. They got worse and worse until eventually he got fed up and left. All that remains of him is a note explaining that there are lousy parents, that we are lousy parents, and that he will be back when he becomes the warlord of the wasteland. Dolores instantly sat down with the code and started working on it with a purpose. She looks very focused. Let's hope that the note is worth staying up all night. Dolores looks very tired already. Ooh. Dolores should really love to eat something. Yes, not a problem. You can eat it. I hope this letter is worth it, because if she is tired, she won't go outside. So I'm sacrificing the translation of the letter for the possibility of getting out. Okay. Plane would have been doing a sweep over our neighborhood this evening. We're supposed to be out in the open signaling with a flashlight. Well, no flashlight means no signaling, so that's a shame. Crazy, tired, fatigued. Well, did she manage to translate the letter before it was too late? That would be nice. Besides, they even know how much flashlight batteries cost, especially in this economy, especially after it was wiped out. Dolores' sanity is questionable. Crazy, tired, fatigued. Well, it looks like she's the only one left, so I might as well go ahead and keep her supplied. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and a yard string, the agents rang. Okay. The agents are back, so let's go ahead and do their thing. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised that they would be back with more information soon. Risky mission with the recon. Perfect. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade. Dolores was hurt. Oh, fantastic. That just adds so much to my chances of survivor here. But Dolores has finally cracked the code. The note contained detailed directions for some secret location nearby, but also says Dolores must show up alone. She says she's willing to go, but we can't help wondering whether it's some sort of a trap. Well, you know, it's going to be the end of the line anyway, so sure, let's send Dolores out there and see what she is able to do. Hurt, crazy, fatigued. Dolores came back looking relaxed and carrying an extra supplies. The note was written on her dear old friend Peggy, who now inhabits a shelter together with other work colleagues of Dolores. She claimed it was some sort of secret secretary job from before she married Ted. It's weird how little we know about that time in her life. She's quiet, a private person, our dear Dolores, but clearly all those years ago she made friendships for life. Those supplies were surely proved to be useful. We were glad to see Dolores come back from the safety of the wasteland. When we came back to the shelter, we relieved to discover that it was still locked. The padlock carries signs of an attempt to break it, but whoever gave it a try did not succeed in getting inside. Sadly, the padlock was in a sorry state. So if I do take the padlock, then I can't use it to lock. So if I leave it, it will lock automatically. That's good to know. I'll remember that for next time. Dolores has rested. Hey, well, that means you can go outside in your crazy, wounded, injured state. That will obviously last perfectly fine. Well, you know, I got enough food. No reason to risk it. So I'll pass on the wall mushrooms. We may be hungry, but there are just some things that we'll never need to eat. Alright, I'm just going to keep feeding Dolores and send her outside. I'll send her with... Alright, I'll send her with the axe. And I hope that she'll come back with some medical supplies, because she's really the only one I got left. And, of course, the end. When we came back to our shelter, we couldn't get in, and all we could hear was chanting and prayers. Apparently, someone thought it was a good idea to turn our home into their prayer house. Damn it. We spent 44 days in our shelter. So, once again, I fail. But that just seems to be the way this game goes for me, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, with that last playthrough, that leaves me up to about 2.5 hours, so I think that is enough for today. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here. But if you're interested, you know, please feel free to follow or sub and come back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be picking up with, I'll be picking up with Frostpunk to kind of continue this little narrative I've got going on with my tropical island. After the nuclear winter, everything is frozen over in a nuclear winter, which I know is not necessarily the actual description of the lore of Frostpunk, but that's just how I'm going to go with it. But regardless, this is a fun game. I'll definitely come back and try it again later. But yeah, if you're interested, come back in and check with me tomorrow. And until then, I hope you all have a good one. Goodbye.